Hello, my name is Don and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to talk about this Kid ultra lightweight tactical 1022 style rifle, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so before we even get started here, I do want to let you know that Athlon did supply the scope for this, and Kid did supply the chassis, the receiver, and the bolt in this rifle, but everything else was paid for by the channel. Now, basically what we have here is an all Kid rifle except for the foldable stock here. The stock is made by Samson. It is a foldable stock. It's attached with a Picatinny rail back here, and this has an excellent mount up for this. It's very rock solid. This stock has a push button cheek rest, push button length of pull, and I mean it works perfectly. Now I went through a lot of different stocks before I found this one and settled on it. I can't recommend this thing highly enough. It just works great, and it's rock solid, and it gives you all the adjustability of a precision style stock, and yet it retains your your lightweight folder option, which you really can't ask for much more than that. The only thing I think I would have did different if I was designing this is I would have put like a little bit of a hook right here, and then I would have put a couple MLOK slots on the bottom of this, so if I wanted to attach a bag rider to it, I could. Let's say I wanted to put this on a precision rifle or whatever, that would give me the ability to attach a bag rider. So that would be the only thing that I would do different on this. So Samson, if you're listening, one little change like that, I think you would open up some doors to maybe precision rifles also. We're using the Magpul K2 Plus grip. Now I did have to take the back of this off, so I just cut it and then filed it to make it look nice. But I tried a bunch of different grips on this, and I started off with this one and then I ended up with this one. I tried to put the MDT Vertical Elite on here because I love that grip, but it just added a little too much weight to the setup, and so I'm trying to keep this as light as possible. We have the Kid single stage trigger on this, and this is probably the finest single stage trigger that is available for the 1022 pattern rifle. Very, very good trigger. I highly recommend it. We're using the Athlon Helos BTR Gen2. This is the MOA version. Athlon did provide this, and this was the only version they had in stock. I usually go with a mill-based, and I do like the reticle a little bit better on the mill-based, but this works just fine, and as long as you have a good app, it's not hard to figure out your holds. You can dial with this thing, and it's got very, very nice turrets on it for this type of a scope. It works very well. We got adjustable parallax. It has 108 MOA of adjustment. Now when it came to optics, I really wanted to put something lightweight, but I didn't want to give up first focal plane. I didn't want to give up a side parallax, and out of all the scopes that are out there, I kind of settled on this one, and it does get rave reviews from a lot of the other guys that do optic reviews on YouTube, so I figured, let's give it a shot. I'm very impressed with it. It's got good glass on it. The magnification range is perfect, 2 to 12, 2 power, where I can still shoot, close-up targets and, get a good field of view. And the reticle is bright enough where I can, go through and hammer, real close-up targets as fast as possible. And we'll show you that on the video today. Now we also have the 12 power, where we can go out and make good positive identification on targets, as far out as 200 to 300 yards. Still be able to make a good positive identification and still be able to make good clean hits at them longer ranges. We're using the Monstrum lightweight. This is a razor claw mount. Jury's still out on this one. I just put it on a couple of days ago. It seems like a pretty good quality mount for the money. We're using the Ariska 90-degree we're using the Ariska 45-degree mount on here, 507 Holosun sight on here. This one has the 32 MOA ring and then the 2 MOA ring in the center. You can switch in between different reticles, which I really like this this sight. It's kind of hard to beat for the money. Now in today's video, we're going to be using Standard Plus SK ammunition, my Lapua super long range, my long range, and then my SK long range. I ran out like last month, and it's nowhere to be found online. Where I did find it, I'm not willing to pay the price they want for it. So we're going to be using Standard Plus, and it does shoot really well out of this rifle. Now, not quite as good as what the SK long range does, but it'll get the job done. Now guys, I've been playing with this rifle for a good month and a half, trying different optics, different grips, different bipod attachments. I had Ariska on this. I think I tried 4 different grips. We've tried 3 different stocks on this thing. So this thing has gone through a bunch of different configurations. We had an EOTech on here. I had a primary arms ACSS reticle, prism optic, and a red dot. They both had the ACSS in it. And the problem that I was having is there was no magnification, and when you try to hit a 3-inch gong at 100 yards, you can't even see the dang thing. At 3 inches gets really, really small when you start, the further you get out. And at 100 yards, I was finding it hard to use the holdovers to get good, consistent hits, even at 100 yards. So we went to the Helos, and guys, this thing has just been a godsend. I mean, this thing really makes this rifle a lot more capable than, you know, with just a red dot. And then we did put the offset red dot on here also, so I kind of got the best of both worlds. All right, so we're gonna go out to 200. We'll take a few shots at 200, see if we can get some good consistent hits there. We're gonna go to 150, 125, and 100, and see how well this optic system and this whole rifle actually performed. So stay tuned. So this target is from Infinite Defense. We've got some shooting C's right in the center there. It's about a 6-inch, yeah, it's about a 6-inch circle what it comes out to. So we're gonna go out to 200 yards, and we're gonna take you know, probably 5 shots at 200, 5 shots at 150, 125, 100, and then 75, and see how many hits we can put in those shooting C's. So let's take a walk out to 200. All right guys, so we're out here at the 200-yard bench. We're gonna shoot from the bench at 200, and then we'll go prone at 150, 125, 100, and 50. But I've got this particular rifle programmed into the Strelock app. It's programmed in. We've got the scope, the reticle, the height over bore, that the scope, everything's inputted in here, this particular rifle. And at 200 yards, it's saying 26.3 MOA. I don't really want to dial 26 MOA. That's going to be like 2 turns. So I'm going to go to the reticle, and we're gonna change a few things on here so that the bottom hold will be good for 200. Right now it's good for 150. So if I turn the top to 12 and 3/4, there's 12, there's 12.5, 12 and 3/4, it says that the very bottom holdover should be good for 200 yards. Now I've got the Infinite Defense target set up there. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can tell from back here if I'm hitting it or not. I should be able to. Let's crank it up to 12 power. All right, we're on record. Fix my parallax. That's the nice thing about these scopes, is they have adjustable parallax. All right, that's about as good as I can get it, I believe. All right, so the very bottom holdover should be what we're looking at here. I'm gonna make sure my level is square. Bubbles in the middle. All right, here we go. A little high. second one was right in there. I wonder if that first one was a cold bore. All right, well, there's 5 rounds. One did hit high, and it looks like all the other 4 are in the shoot and see targets in the center. So let's go to 150 and see if we can make some hits from there. All right, so I've already made all my adjustments. Should be good for the bottom turret. All right, looks like they're all in there. Let's go to 125. All right, let's see what the app says. What adjustments we got to make here. All right, so we'll go back to 0. We should be able to have it right at 0 from here on in. Okay, should be the second one from the bottom. See it very well, the reticle. Kind of losing it. All right, second one from the bottom. A little high. All right, let's see if we can make a couple of headshots here. See if we can't get it in that credit card in the head there. Hopefully I don't hit the pole behind it. Actually, let's go below the head, or below the credit card. Yeah, it's a little high. Yeah, it looks like a pretty good group. All right, let's go up to 100. We're gonna go for the same spot we shot the last ones at, just below the credit card in the head. Yep, no problem, dead nuts. All right, well, I don't think I'm gonna try it at 50. I know it's zeroed at 50, pretty good. I think what we'll do is we'll shoot some steel real quick on 2 power and see just how well this works up close. So it turns out this is a very capable platform. Between this super accurate barrel and this optic system, I think we got, you know, anywhere from 0 all the way out to at least 200 yards covered, and I think that we can do it very accurately. I think we made some very good consistent hits. Now I will be going back and truing out this reticle. We'll do some ammunition test, and we'll go through and make sure that all my holds are exactly where they should be, and then we'll end up printing out a little card, and I'll put it inside the lens cover here so that I can use it for quick reference on just exactly where my holdovers are. So, you know, these rifles are a lot of fun, guys. Matter of fact, I think I like this style of a rifle maybe better than the big heavy precision rifles. You know, having just over a 7-pound rifle be as capable as it is at the yardages that it's capable, it's a lot of fun just going out banging steel from 0 to 200 yards. It's a blast, guys. These are really fun rifles. Kit is hard to beat, guys. If you're looking at a 1022 platform rifle, you know, all these parts are top notch. The fit and finish is perfect. Everything works the way it's supposed to, and this action is just butter smooth. Yeah, you really can't beat Kid products for their, you know, their fit and function. It's just, you know, especially in the 22 platform, just very, very hard to beat. So what does it cost to get into something like this? Well, I haven't run the numbers, and honestly, I'm not even sure if I can share that on YouTube anymore. Now, could you build this cheaper? Absolutely. Could you put a cheaper scope on it? Yes, you could. Athlon actually makes, I think it's called a Harris, and it's a scope exactly like this, but it's in second focal plane, and I think it's like $300 cheaper. I think the scope runs about $500, $450, somewhere around there. I think you can get that Harris for about $250. So pretty much the same scope, it's just second focal plane instead of first focal plane, and I'm pretty sure they have those available in mill. You could put a Magpul bipod on it instead of using this Atlas. You could use a cheaper stock. You could use a regular old buffer tube stock, save yourself some money there. But you could build something quite similar to this for a lot cheaper than what I spent. And honestly, had I not been given a lot of these parts for the video, I probably wouldn't have built it in this configuration, but I'm glad I did because I love it. I mean, this thing is a load of fun to shoot. I find the lighter rifles, for some reason, it seems like more of a challenge to hit those targets at long distance than it would be for a, you know, a PRS style rifle. But honestly, I would think that this rifle could hang with just about any PRS rifle that I have. I would put it up against any of them, honestly. With the right ammunition, this thing is a hammer. Now, guys, I don't think I have to tell you just how expensive it is to make these videos. Now, between ammunition, the gear, the camera equipment, I mean, everything it takes to make these videos, it adds up quick. I do have a Patreon and a Buy Me a Coffee down in the description. Anything that you could do would be very much appreciated. And if you do plan on buying any Kid Innovations products, I do have a discount code in my link tree, so just follow the link to my link tree in the description, and you can get 10% off. But all right, guys, well, that's pretty much all I got for you today. If you like what you saw, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like what I'm doing here, go down in that box and hit that subscribe button, guys. I can't build this channel without you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.